you and tell you thanks for coming through. We appreciate it. Also want to give a big shout out to our host, the Midwest Monster of Mayhem, Captain Malquad. Man, really put us on the map. A hard working, you know what I'm saying, super bad cat putting this troop down and helping us to push forward. And of course, all my generals up in the building. We got some visitors. You got Muhammad in the building, y'all. Hell of a class last night. Q, General Shalmar, General Katham. They all up in the building, and all the amazing captains that came out to hang with us tonight. So we're going to run through some stuff. We're going to look inside what's been happening to us and our people. And we're going to also look at where we go from here and what it is that we should be doing now. What you may not know, if you're in the Israelite school of UPK, you may not know that you've been fully trained for this time. Who can give me that scripture where it said, for this reason did he come into this world? Anybody know it? Somebody pull that for me. And let's read that scripture. We got a couple of videos, a couple of clips, give you a better understanding of what's going on. Muhammad done terrorized Malquad about the heat. So the heat is going to be fine tonight. Big shout out to Malquad and your whole team. You know, man, the whole Chicago family. I want to also thank all the wonderful sisters that both made us breakfast this morning. It was amazing. Okay, give it up for them. And really, who've been throwing down and getting ready to throw down all weekend long. Y'all been amazing every time I come up here and see the work that y'all do. So I definitely want to thank y'all for that. And it's very, give it up for them, please. One more time. And let me tell you something. These things are just said out of formality in the past. But in today's world, it's getting ready to be really, really said from a serious place. That's right. A sister in the future, for you sisters, for all the hell you caught in the UPK, in the near future, when you hand somebody a plate of food, they might fall to their knees. That's how bad it's getting ready to get. They're going to see that plate and be so thankful, they might fall down in pain. The brothers in here haven't held you up to this point. It's incredible. So let's get into it. Anything else need to be? Oh, wait, let me bring out one more thing if I could. All right, that happened this week. Whether most of you probably know about it. Let's check it out. It was rough, brothers. Y'all sent me this over, where Captain Malquad and the Chicago team and the other captains up in the building got together and attempted to feed the entire Latino community. Stacked up the food, got the trucks ready, put teams together, was ready to roll out and show them exactly what was going on. And right before they got to get out there and do it, they got a letter. Correct me if I'm wrong. And I'm going to read this letter to you. And what I want you to keep in mind is that this letter came from the state representative. Okay, this ain't some little community organizer. This is a state rep. And check out what she had to say based on what Trump is doing. She said, I hope this message finds you well. We've made the difficult decision to cancel the event planned for Saturday in light of recent and projected immigration enforcement activity in the neighborhood. They canceled. Our priority is to ensure the safety, comfort, and well-being of our community. And we believe this step is necessary under the circumstances. Many local partners are considering postponing or canceling their events to help reduce visibility in the area and minimize additional risk. We are in alignment with these decisions and stand together in solidarity during this time. We apologize for any inconvenience and appreciate your understanding. We'll share updates on any future plans and hope to reconnect soon in a more welcoming and secure environment. I just got one thing to say. The white man is the goddamn devil the Bible speaks of. If you could tell me different, let me know. Hey, is there any way I could, we got any portable light I could use? Oh, Salaki, water. I need a portable light. I cannot see anything up here with these super dark shades trying to be cool. Now, don't de-shade me. Let me get a light. All right, somebody work on it in the meantime. Oh, my man. I appreciate it. Yeah, give it up. I should have known you was going to bring it. The technology man. You know what I mean? I don't even know why I said it twice. I should have known he was coming with you. This don't clip on or nothing, do it? I'm just asking, huh? That's all right. I'll pick it up and look at it when I need to. All right, so that's that on that. So let's start tumbling, shall we? Get my little notes out here and get into it. So if you asking the question, why is all this happening? Why all of a sudden are they so angry with the Latinos, and why are they coming at them, and why are they flipping America in what looks like such an amazingly horrible way? And here's the reason. The United States has always run this nation two ways. They've had the clandestine nations, the CIA, FBI, and all of them. And then, of course, they have the political system. What happened is the clandestine part of the United States decided we're going to take over the whole country. We're done with them. They tried to do it in Cuba. Remember when they were trying to overthrow Castro? The reason it was so important for them to overthrow Castro was because they were trying to create a CIA country. They didn't want to just be a clandestine organization. They wanted countries to rule. They attempted to do it in Iran. Remember when the Shah of Iran was in charge? And then all of a sudden they had the big insurrection and took over Iran. And that's how they became, heavily into Islam and all of that. That was them fighting the CIA for control of the country. CIA put a puppet in. They rebelled against the CIA and took their country back. The CIA has never let that go. They wanted to get them back. But they found a place in 1945 that was totally suitable for them to have a country of their own and to do all their clandestine operations from there, and even use that country to do clandestine operations in the United States. Because as you know, it was illegal for those secret groups to do different crimes in the United States. So they got rid of that. And what country was that? Anybody know? Go ahead, Op. You're right. The state of Israel. Everybody wonder, well, how could they have all these politicians? Where all this money come from? That's the CIA's country. That's who runs that. They got their own operation. That's why they get all the weapons they want. That's why they don't listen to the United States government. They do what they want to do because they're the clandestine operation that started in the United States and expanded to their own country. And now, with all that power, they got a simple goal. And that simple goal is to take over the Middle East, control all the oil, and eventually take over the entire world. To shut down Russia, block China from going into Taiwan, and go forward in overthrowing everything. But then they ran into a problem. To really put this in full effect, they needed to stop giving people the right to vote. They needed to stop giving people the right to protest. They needed to stop giving people the ability to push back against them, even in the United States. And as we go on, I'm going to show you some of the things they did around the world that got them to this point. The clandestine organizations in this country are some of the most vicious people you've ever met on the face of this earth. and they are absolutely racist. They make sure they keep that status quo going. So in order to do this, they had to turn around now and destroy the government of the United States. They had to put themselves in power. And the way that they want to do that, using Donald Trump, is to create nothing but racism. So they turn to the Latinos first. Everybody's on the list, but the Latinos was first on the list, our brothers. And so they started the march to start deporting them, start getting them out the country. But really, the goal is not really to get them out the country. Here's the goal. The goal is really to create such horrible conditions that the Latino tribes rebel and break out into war in these streets, which gives them two advantages. The first advantage it gives them, of course, is they get to fight us on the streets and try to put us to death. The second advantage it does is it gives them power to steal and gobble up the entire government of the United States. So they hatched a plan. They said, first of all, for us to do this plan, we're going to have to get some serious racists. And these racists are going to have to be willing to carry our plan all the way to the bank. So they searched around, and they found a cat. His name was Elon Musk. Born in South Africa, an absolute racist. And a smart dude, old smart thieving Edomite. He didn't just get next to Trump just like that. They hatched the plan. How many of you have ever heard of the PayPal Mafia? Give me that. You got a picture of them out? Give me a picture of them, Warwick. Let's get the PayPal Mafia up here. This group right here, the CIA started their plan on the United States domination using these cats right here. There you go. Here they go. Got Elon up in the front. And then you got the rest of these cats behind him. One of them, I'm not sure which one it is. I think it's this guy here on the end. One of them is Peter Thiel. Anybody know? Let me know. Peter Thiel. I'm going to tell you about him in a second. So what they did is they said the first thing we got to do, we know we got to take over the currency eventually. But we'll start with a small banking, online banking organization, which they did, PayPal. What they didn't realize is that it was going to blow up into a multi-billion-dollar corporation. So they set them up, this crew, with PayPal and made them super rich. All behind the scenes, they watching this. Then they took another cat out the group. I think it's this guy here. I'm not sure. Y'all look up Peter Thiel and tell me which one it is. I think it's this cat. Say again? This him here, right? I figured that was him. So once they got the money up and flowing, they turned around and they went and got this guy. Another really smart, racist South African. And they turned around and they got him and they said, we want you to set up a cyber security company. One that can never be broken. And while they were working on him, they're working on everybody else. Jeff Bezos, he's part of them too. They brought a couple of these cats in to help structure the finance and direct it in that direction. Because most of your sales online are done through PayPal. Even the ones that don't say PayPal. They run most of that finance through there. And so they had the system going. But they knew they needed security and they needed surveillance to really take over. So they commissioned this guy to create a company. And the name of that company, y'all probably heard of it before, is called Palantir. Y'all heard of it? Palantir, security company. Guess who their first client was? Anybody? Go ahead, Doc.
Was it the American government?
It absolutely was the American government. It was the CIA. Now, who creates a company that their first client is the CIA? You create a company, the last one you want to see knocking on the door is the CIA, unless the CIA built the company. The CIA built the company and then they expanded. Now Palantir is getting ready. That's who they're working with to get ready to bring in the total surveillance grid. This whole thing that the conspiracy theorists have been talking about for years. They brought them, they're ready to bring them in now. Now these computers that they got underground are supposedly going to take everybody's information. You know, you heard the stories, right? And surveil everybody. But to bring in a system like that, with that level of power and control, what they have to do is they have to bring enough fear into society for one of two things. Either one, that you're too afraid to push back against it, or two, that you believe you're going to get a part of it, so they're going to bring you in on it. They chose to use fear, something we in the UBK learned to never give in to. Right. We ain't no cowards for nothing. Give it up. Right. Like times like this, the prophets of the Lord thrived. Times like this, the prophets of the Lord came alive. The Lord said, let the weak say I'm strong. Even if you think you weak, now's the time to say to yourself, I'm strong. I'm strong. I'm here to conquer. I'm here to overthrow. I'm here to win. And you winning for your house shot. So they plan on setting this whole surveillance thing up and get everybody up under it. And so by terrorizing our Latino brothers and sisters, they believe they can bring this thing in. None of this will ever work because the Lord is in it. All of this, so everything you hear me saying, this is all academic. I'm just telling you what they was planning on doing. All this gonna go south real quick. Donald Trump, y'all heard today, Donald Trump just pushed off 2 nuclear subs. You keep hearing the talk. Every other article is nuclear, nuclear, nuclear. Nuclear, nuclear, nuclear. I don't know if you know or not, but they just shipped 10,000 U.S. troops over to Israel preparing to invade Iran. Oh, they ain't finished with Iran. That old ceasefire was just let's get some weapons over here. Let's fly some of these tanks. Let's drop a couple of these helicopters out here. The world is going to war, and thanks be to the Lord that they are. We're getting ready to end this mess that they've been doing. All right. Part of it, too, is this is another major problem that they had in this country. As you may know, the clandestine services of the United States are not allowed to operate inside the country. And the reason for that, of course, is to preserve the integrity of the country. You can't have clandestine operators operating in the country legally. Otherwise, they can do whatever they want. And there'd be no repercussion for it. Nobody would be able to really stop. They do what they want anyway. But you get my point. So now, with this new move, with the surveillance, and remember now, Palantir is run out of Israel, out of their country, out of the CIA's country. That's where they're running it from. So now, with the new system and bringing everything into place, they'll now wipe out as many laws as they can and turn it into a dictator. And let's face it, it's kind of what they've been doing as an organization. The CIA makes decisions and assassinates people, make decisions, overthrow countries. They make decisions and do what they want to do. Well, guess what? They tired of not being allowed to just do what they want to do. They need the government out the way. They need to be in control now. They want all their rich cronies working for them while they stand in the background and run the entire empire. But what does this really mean? It really means the end of this empire. And there's also been a big problem, which hopefully I'm going to get to and show you all of that. They've had a big problem running, not being able to operate in this country because there's somebody in this country that is always working against them. And they can't get them like they want. Y'all know who I'm talking about? Do I need to help you out? Let me go ahead. Exactly. The tribe of Judah, mainly. Judah and Benjamin. Black people in America have been a problem for America probably for the last 125 years. And I'm not exaggerating. For the last 125 years, you have pushed back against these clandestine organizations so much. And the Latino tribes the same. I'm going to show you all the countries they overthrew in Central and South America, all the murders, all that. This pushback against them has driven them crazy with you. And now they need to wipe everything out the way so they can be free to be as malicious and vicious and diabolical as they ever wanted. Unfortunately, that's not the future. That's the future in their mind because they've had it so good across the world. Any questions before I go on? Nobody? Good. Come on, hit me, brother.
Can you just define the clandestine?
Let's call it the three-letter agencies. If anybody that wants to know who they are, there are 16. I don't know if y'all know this or not, but there are 16 clandestine agencies in the United States that are legal. But they operate, nobody knows about what they do. And what they do is usually sanctioned for outside the country. So I just call them three-letter alphabets so it can stay alleged. But I mean, everybody knows who these boys are and what they're constantly doing. They are now the new government of the United States. The minute they bring in this computer system online and all that crypto that they're getting ready to make legal and all of the things that they're getting ready to put in place, they will be the rulers of this country. Politicians won't have politicians running right now. You see the state representative says she had to cancel that. Other representatives had to cancel other events, she said. So what they're doing is terrorizing these different politicians. Everybody notice the Democrats quiet like a mouse. And they quiet because they terrorizing them too. Everybody knows the preachers is quiet because they never worked for us anyway. So they was just told stand down, chill, and they did just what they was told to do. What you don't know, and what I'm about to say, I feel stupid saying. I'm gonna tell you straight up. I'm gonna tell you what in a second. But what you don't know, I'm a metaphor for a second. You in the third dimension. I'm in the fourth dimension. I'm gonna pull the curtain back. Boom. Now let me tell you what you're looking at. You can't see it because you're in the third dimension. But I'm gonna show you what you're looking at that's in the fourth dimension. In this dimension is the Most High, Christ, the angels, the word of the Most High through Yahushua, the prophecies to come into the earth, the judgments on what should happen in the earth, and the hope of all the brothers and sisters that lost their lives in this truth before now. And guess what they all looking at? Anybody? They're all looking at one thing. They all up there, the angels, the demons, Christ, the Most High. They all looking at one thing in the fourth dimension. Now, I done pulled the curtain back for you. You can't see it with your eyes, but you can see it if you look for it. Somebody tell me what they're looking at. They ain't looking to shake my hand. Go ahead, warrior. Thank you, brother. Give it up for that man, brother. They looking at us. They looking at who we are, what we gonna do. Give me the scripture where the Lord said, where the angel said, "How long, O Lord?" In Revelation. Give it to me, y'all. How long, O Lord? They looking to see, Are you going to carry this through? Is this a real thing? Or is this kind of like what your gang was? Or you used to hang with the gang, you know? Or is this really going to be real for you? That's what they're looking at. Read it for me, huh?
Revelation chapter 6, verse 10. And they cried with a loud voice.
Go one verse above it for me, please, huh?
Revelation chapter 6, verse 9. And when he had opened the fifth seal, I saw under the altar the souls of them which were slain for the word of God.
He saw under that altar every brother and sister that lost their life for this truth over the last 5,000 years. That's what he saw. John saw that and was amazed. You're going to see things and be amazed. Harden yourself up now for the future.
Damn right.
You know what? We listen to rap music. We talk about being killers and all that and all that. You know what we really not prepared for? You can kill a man. Killing a man is not hard, especially if you think that there's no repercussion for it. And in a minute, law and order is going to take away a lot of repercussions. But you know what you're not ready for? I guarantee you're not ready for it. You're not ready to see a 1-year-old baby starve and die in front of you. You ain't ready for that. You think you're ready, but you're not ready for that. I'll go a step further. Let me hurt you a little more. You're not ready to see your 1-year-old child starving.
Right.
And if you don't stand for the Most High, if this ain't real for you, don't ask him for nothing. Not a goddamn thing. You understand? Because you wasn't willing to put in. How they used to say back in the day, did you put in for the bottle? No, you can't get a sip. I used to hold it at brew. Used to get 4, 5, 40s. Somebody come up, whoa, what? You put in? Let's see it. Come on, nigga. You know what I'm saying? I grew up with you, you know that. You know what I'm saying? If it ain't real, you playing with the fourth dimension. Go ahead, y'all, please.
Concert. And for the testimony which they held.
And the testimony which they held. You was bred for this. You was bred for this. You didn't come in here on your own. Christ said, I chose you. You didn't choose me.
Right.
He came and got you. Don't fail yourself and don't fail the nation. It's real now. It's really, really real for us now as a people. And we got solutions that come from the Lord. Go ahead,
Concert. Verse 10. And they cried with a loud voice, saying, how long, O Lord, holy and true, dost thou not judge and avenge our blood on them that dwell on the earth?
They sitting up in heaven, in the fourth dimension, saying, Lord, how long? They done suffered, man. When you gonna come get them? When you gonna avenge these? They looking up there. They gonna, brother, what they gonna do to these Edomites and these heathens for everything that's been done to us is going to be horrific. Because, and they deserve it, right or wrong.
Right.
Like, there's absolutely no reason to do this kind of harm to the Latinos in this country. They are the most vulnerable group, maybe next to the Gadites, and not really, because the Gadites have their reservations to try to back up and hide on and stand on them few federal laws that don't mean a damn thing, but they do have it. But the Latino tribes is just out there, and these monsters, these thoughtless beasts, using the opportunity to get the ball rolling to set themselves up in this kingdom. They're going to pay for that. They're going to pay for that. And make no mistake, paying is going to come straight to order in his day. Was that it?
So that's the end of the
So what? Now, I just want to tell you real quick, just in the interest of getting all this in, let me ask you something. Did I give you an Eisenhower speech? Can you find that Eisenhower speech? You know the one I'm talking about? The one where he talks about the industrial complex and all that. Y'all, many of you have heard it before, right? I just want to play it one more time for you. And then I want to tell you a little bit about some of the people that pushed up against it. How many of you in here have ever heard of the Unabomber? I don't know if I ever brought this out. A lot of you have heard of the Unabomber. Remember him? He used to package up packages and send them around the country and blow people up, right? Anybody know what he was fighting against? Kataza?
I believe it was the actual current system that people were living in, and he wrote a manifesto on like how he wanted to reverse, you know what I'm saying, what was transpiring in the government.
Right, exactly. The Unabomber worked and operated at Harvard University, and he discovered the depth of the evil that they were planning at Harvard. The depth of the evil that they were planning is now called Palantir. As he's working in this computer system, he's realizing that this system isn't just to expand knowledge. This is going back years now. He realized that this system that they're working on is to gain control of you, to stop you from having your own thoughts and minds. Everybody's in love with ChatGPT. Everybody loves that thing. ChatGPT is making us fools. After a while, you won't be able to think without these computers if you don't start thinking for the Lord right now. And then they'll turn it off, and you really will be destroyed. Think now for the Most High. Everything goes through the scriptures. Nothing outside them scriptures can live in your head and cannot even rent a space. The scriptures got to live in your head, and everything else got to live outside. Secondary, thirdary, whatever the case is. They are trying to build phones right now. They probably already got it. They're trying to build phones right now that you pick up the phone and it can scan your DNA. Because your DNA is what they want for your new ID. That new ID with that DNA marker can now go into your bank account, your medical records, tell you how many parking tickets you got. Eventually, it'll be able to shut down your car, turn off the lights in your house, cut your water off, send the cops to pick you up, whatever they want to do. That's Palantir in his best. He saw this. The Unabomber saw this. He saw that this was really about control. And then he left. And then first, before he left, they experimented on him with mind control. Drove him out of his mind. He lived up in the woods, started mailing out bombs all over to the people that was over these universities that was developing all this software. All of this death and destruction that they bringing on us is just so they can have more control. Just because they want more power to suck in more countries, to overthrow more countries. No, nobody overthrow countries better than the CIA. Don't nobody run a coup, assassinate, overthrow. Nobody better than them. In Haiti right now, do you know in Haiti right now that the violence being done in Haiti right now, I'm sure some of y'all who've been out there, you got Captain Kapashi now, has been, damn, give it up, damn right. The violence being done in Haiti is being done by clandestine organizations. The Haitian people are not that violent, but they got to get you that violent so that they can overthrow, take over systems, which that'll be one of my tapes. I'm going to get to them right now. So people like the Unabomber, Edward Snowden, another one. He's sitting up in there looking at people's emails. He never even seen or heard or got a warrant or none of that. All of this just to kill us. All of this just like to kill us, just to bring in a system where you get more control over the earth. That's why the Lord got to destroy this place. This place is a horrible, vile, and has always been a horrible, vile place, pretending to be a nice, sweet, wonderful place. Let me pull up some of these, all right? Got my little light here. Y'all bear with me. Let me get a little bit of this. You got the Guatemala overthrow.
Call what car?
Let's play that for us right quick. Guatemala was just one country that was overthrown many times. You wonder why the brothers and sisters is running up to this border? Because of what I'm about to show you right now. They was getting overthrown and murdered and killed left and right by these different clandestine groups that was overthrowing. And they don't just overthrow these groups. These groups are trained to viciously terrorize you while overthrowing you. Like part of what they use is fear. That's why, how many of you have seen some of them videos right now where the Israelis are like wearing women's clothes, underwear when they break in the house, and they putting on women's underwear and they dancing with the women's clothing on, putting burqas on their head, or you hearing about them raping men over there. And listen, and fighting in the Knesset for the right to rape men in prison. Because you know in the Talmud it says you can rape a heathen. So they take that raping seriously and say they should be allowed to do it. But really what's going on is they're pushing that to terrorize everybody from coming up against them. But we got to be stronger than that. The Most High is greater than that. And the angels are watching everything that we're doing. And they want to see us succeed. And we will succeed if we hold on to our faith. You ready for me? Go ahead, Doc. I'm sorry. Play this tape. Check this out. I'll come to this side. Just get out.
Why are people trying to cross our southern border, and what role did we play in them feeling like they had no other choice but to flee their home country? Guatemala edition. Between October 2023 and September 2024, border agents encountered over 200,000 people from Guatemala. Now, for
2 years.
In 1944,
I'm sorry, real quick. 2 years ago.
Dictator Jorge Ubico.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. Don't stop. I'm listening. Go ahead.
Followed by a coup that ousted his successor, General Federico Ponce, which paved the way for a democratic government modeled on FDR's New Deal. In the next 10 years saw the beginnings of a successful independent economy. The U.S. labeled this as a communist that neighboring countries might be inspired to do the same. And the fact that our interests in the American-owned United Fruit Company, which had a lot of land in Guatemala, were threatened, the CIA carried out a successful coup of their own, overthrowing democratically elected President Jacobo Arbenz and installing a military dictatorship under Colonel Carlos Castillo Armas, reversing many of Arbenz's reforms and suppressing any opposition. For the next 35 years, Guatemala saw civil war. U.S.-backed military dictators,
35 years.
Death squads, 200,000 indigenous protesters slaughtered or disappeared, basically an engineer. Since the end of the Cold War, democracy right now, with a lot of the same military players throughout the years of civil war still trying to undermine progress in the international community, his opposition still controls most of Guatemala's government. Half of the country still lives below the poverty line, with corruption, wealth hoarding by elites who block any kind of reform, and movements. We can donate to legal defense funds protecting indigenous leaders.
Since the country work hard and submit to the country, they got the nerve to turn around and say they got to get up out of here. They rapists, they criminals. When they sent the death, and you as sisters of the Lord to these days, why you learn? Because now the Lord is about to bring this thing to an end. And he talk all the time, and you see all this fighting and fighting in the streets. You know, it's the government. You see what they're doing in Jamaica. Who's Jamaica for? Once again, it's easy to look at our 12 tribes and say with these people. But what's wrong? Have been attacking them for 40, 50 years, 60. Brothers, another thing, they got us hating the brothers in the United States. When the brothers in the United States, hear me good, and I'm going to play the tape for you. In the civil rights movement said, they cutting us off. They cutting our funding off. We need some help. The brothers in and sell it on the streets and we'll finance the entire civil rights movement. And they said yes. But the CIA going to be internationally getting funding for our playground. And we're going to see it as we go on. You got it? Go ahead. I'm going to try to get out the way.
They will subvert pro operation started with the FBI, but a lot of it started being taken. And one of the groups that does this, and that is also done in coordination with the PAG or Political Action Group, doesn't really matter. And they pretend to be somebody that you can trust. Do this. To the freaking CIA, I'm gonna tell you, before I deployed to Afghanistan for the last time, this is back in 2011. They had courses. What do you think? I'm showing you right now this covert political action. You know, they have a damn near unlimited budget, Special Activities Division, or SCM to present. So they are still operating right now. And if you need an example of how the CIA can go, CIA, they funded this guy in Haiti back during the 80s and 90s named Emmanuel Constant. He ran this paramilitary group in Haiti called FRAF. They assassinated Haitian politicians to destabilize the country because the U.S. government had a problem with Haiti. Didn't like any of the presidents for whatever reason. And so they paid these people on the inside of Haiti, people who were informants, people who were psychos. Emmanuel Constant, he violated a bunch of women all over Haiti, and he took people's lives. He terrorized Haiti, and the CIA was paying him to do that. And largely, it was working. They did that to a. Which do you think is easier and more efficient? I think it's easier to spend $1 billion trying.
You can pause that. Creators are saying don't support the slave force. They're being told, brothers and sisters, we got to really put our head on right now to a bigger arena. And in this bigger arena, these horrible monsters are, and we're going to crush all the, you understand? This cat is still running around in Haiti that he mentioned. And his group. Haitians got so much more to worry about than trying to, they think, but they are certainly fully effective.
Then Haitian Justice Minister Guy Mallory did him, and they were going around beating up people or their government. That's why they kept assassinating him. They kept putting Emmanuel Constant out there, Haitian independence.
And let me tell you something too. That's why we can't let nobody decide who we separate from. Our Latino tribes, we just stick with them, and we not separating from them. And we most definitely, damn right, give it up. That's right. And let me tell you something else too. We gonna kill the poison that they tried to feed among us, because together we are going to be more powerful than they ever could have imagined, just by all the tribes coming together. That's why we can't give up no tribes. We can't let nobody try to change who the 12 tribes are or none of that nonsense. You understand? Because that is where our full power lies. Once again, Christ was the greatest military general you've ever come across. He knew to go get those tribes. He knew to bring them two sticks together. He knew. He set Paul up to go after them other tribes. When Peter and them was getting bogged down with so much of the tribe of Judah and the tribe of Benjamin and half the tribe of Levi, he went and got Paul and sent him to go get the rest of them tribes. He wasn't giving up nothing. And guess what? We not giving up nothing.
That's right.
Keep our head right on it. Give me civil rights groups join Jamaica.
Okay.
What I mentioned a little bit earlier. And we'll take a quick peek at them. All right. I start to run long. Y'all just let me know. I ain't going to stop anyway, but you can let me know. You done got me here now. I'm on now. Got me a little Jack Daniels, you know what I'm saying? I get to say fuck the white man a few times. Oh, you ain't getting me out of here. Shit. Damn right, get that up. We got any ice in here? Might give me a cup of ice. The water. You ready? Come on, let me step out the way. Go ahead and hit it.
So one of the biggest concerns with the
oh man, can you get any volume on it?
According to the Mosaic Files, was this idea that the civil rights movement would become an international movement.
That's what they were afraid of.
According to sources, planned on appealing to international groups that were fighting against colonialism, anti-colonialism. You had Hosea Williams, the prophet, traveling to Ethiopia, to Sudan, to talk to revolutionary groups there to gain more support for the quote unquote civil rights movement. And then even digging a bit deeper, there's a file in MLK files that talks about their concern that Jamaican Black Power revolutionaries were going to start importing marijuana into the United States to sell in urban cities in order to fund the revolution, in order to fund the local movement chapters. The idea was
they were going to overthrow. They were going to pause that for a quick second. They were going to overthrow Jamaica by flooding weed up into the United States and finance the civil rights. I guess that was their way of saying, you know, for everybody we about to get hooked on weed, we're going to finance your civil rights movement too. Go ahead.
Okay.
In their ignorance, of course.
Worldwide anti-colonial struggle. The goal was for it to be part of the worldwide anti-colonial struggle. As a result, America had one clear goal, which is to make sure that we never united across international lines.
Now you see why it's so difficult to operate in other countries. So difficult to open up businesses. How in this modern world, we should have all kind of commerce going across the world. Yes, America, richest country. Our currency is better than almost all others. Why is it those lines are not open? Why is it so difficult if you're on the internet? Why is it so difficult to find manufacturers in Singapore, Taiwan, Hong Kong? Why is it difficult to cut across them lines? You got all this technology that translates languages and all of this. What's the difficulty? The difficulty is that can't happen, but it's going to happen because we're going to reach across lines and reach to all of our tribes. You know how much money and wealth could be going to our tribes just from the United States? That's instead going to Esau. Do you know how much manufacturing that they do down there could be coming here? You understand? Being utilized in our world for them. And why don't we have all of this commerce? We're going to seek it out now. We're going to put it all together. We're going to feed millions. You hear me? We're going to feed millions in here. Okay? You won't like me, and you will call me the devil. But you will feed millions when we get done. Let's go. Was that it on that one? I'm gonna get a couple more. Y'all hanging with me or what? We doing this? Y'all hang with me a little bit, man. Get a drink, get you something to eat. Y'all make sure Malquad keep that air up. You know what I'm saying? Tell Muhammad on him if he don't. You know what I'm saying? All right, let's keep going. All right, fam. All right. You know I got to get the classic. Give me CIA floods LA with crack.
Go with her.
Those were the early days of the clandestine groups moving on us. Do you know in 1977 they did a survey of the safety in the black community? And they said in 1977, black people did not lock their doors. That's unheard of today. In 1977, black people were so peaceful, so joined together, so working with one another that they didn't even lock the doors. Fast forward to today, and brother, they've done a full mind screw on us to get us both away from our brothers and sisters and to destroy us as a people. And I'm going to come back with solutions. I wanted to give you what it is. This ain't new. This is not new. This is just the latest level of evil that they have risen it to. Right. But it's not new. And we fought it before. And we shouldn't be afraid to battle it right now. We should be hot for the battle, zealous for the battle. Give me some more. We should look forward to the battle because you know what? In the hands of the Lord, this battle could lead to something really great. And that is the loss of law and order in this place. Laws coming down in this place benefit us tremendously. Tremendously. Because then we get to really step out there and help our own. It may not look like it now, but it will look like it in the near future. All right, you got that one?
Go, sir.
Let me get out of the way. This is a cartoon, y'all. Check it out.
Reporter uncovered how the CIA helped flood American streets with crack cocaine. In the 1980s, crack was destroying Black communities across Los Angeles. Families collapsed, prisons filled, and no one asked where it all came from. Gary Webb, a Pulitzer Prize winner, followed a trail everyone else ignored. He discovered the CIA had ties to Nicaraguan Contra rebels who trafficked cocaine into America. When Congress cut their funding, the Contras turned to drug money. The CIA looked the other way. That cocaine flooded South Central LA, sold by dealers like Freeway Rick Ross. The profits went straight back to fund the Nicaraguan war. Webb published his findings in a series called Dark Alliance. Major news outlets destroyed his career. He was discredited, isolated, abandoned.
Because of course, you can pause that. Of course, many of these news agencies already have CIA involved in it. But the part that they leave out in this is that when they sold those drugs, they took those drugs and funds and they traded it for weapons with Iran. Iran, those weapons then were sent down to South America. And those brothers and sisters who took up arms for the CIA did massive killings of brothers and sisters. They did massive slaughter. CIA got money endless. They went back down into their own country and slaughtered their own brothers and sisters by the tens of thousands under the hands of this beast. We've been fighting him. This is just his latest iteration. We've been battling this cat and destroyed all those brothers and sisters, terrorized them in them villages. These was village people, man. Farmers. They went down there and killed and slaughtered them brothers and sisters, man, and did damage to them. Go ahead, Q, you got it.
My concert. That's why they're up here, because they had to run from all of the CIA funded that they were putting in to destroy the people.
Damn right. Okay. Then they did so much dirt, so much nastiness. I could go probably on and on all night with all the things that they've done to fight against us and why by now we should not be concerned, because they did so much. There ain't Black women need now. Two things. You need clothes that'll cover up your body, and you need a gun. Straight up. I fear for those of you sisters who refuse to cover yourself up. One, you dumb and stupid as you could be if you don't. I'm sorry, I gotta tell you straight. And number two, you put yourself, your husband, your neighbors, your children, everybody around you, you putting them in danger. The white man is a serial killer and a serial rapist. And the CIA on white social medias, this ain't on Black social medias, that's why you're not hearing about it too much. On white social medias, he is stirring up Edomites, stirring them up. He wants them to get lawless too, not just you. He wants them to get lawless. And when they get lawless, brother, the level of raping is going to go through the roof. The level of killing from them is going to go through the roof. These Edomites mad at the white woman, can't get along with her, can't get it up, hell. But you know what? He's a serial killer. A serial killer can get it up in the rape. He can get it up when the goal is to screw you and murder you. He can get it up. He might not be able to go home to his wife. He go home to his white woman and his 3 kids. He gonna put that bitch in the dumpster. He gonna drive that bitch out on the water with the 3 kids and turn the whole fucking boat over. He's my friend. But to come into your neighborhood, rape and kill your women, oh, he gonna be excited. That's his nature. So every sister needs to snap the hell out of it. The CIA, I'm going to show you a list of all the things that the CIA have instituted in the black community in the last year, and you're going to be shocked. I guarantee you, you're going to be shocked. If you thought Popeye's Chicken and Don Julio was one of them, you was right. They implemented that in our neighborhood, but they implemented a whole lot more. Let me tell you something. If you came in the truth, you studied in this work, you became an officer and a prophet of the Lord, you shed the things that was of the world, you are the most valuable in our society today. A man over the propaganda is worth gold. That's why the Lord said, I shall make a man more precious than fine gold. Your knowledge that you received in the Israelite school of UBK, I don't like to take credit, but I was leading you right down this path, goddammit. You was mad at me the whole time. You understand? I think Muhammad secretly hates me now. Oh man, that's my man right there. You know what I mean? Okay. You know what I'm saying, man? Because I know what it was like, men. Don't let Satan take your men from you, man. Don't let beefs and squabbles make you separate from your men. Get in the nigga face, man. What's the beef, man? Get in his face. Let's clear this shit up. Get in his face, because you're not giving him up. You don't work too hard to come together with him. Paul said this, why won't you take low? You're going to get mad and get on the internet and start making videos because you didn't get your way, or you lost the goddamn coin toss or whatever the hell it was you was beefing over. So now you mad and you just ain't going to never let the shit go and all of that. It was not worth it. None of it is worth it. You got to keep your brothers. You got to keep your work. You got to keep the nation together. You are the last of the prophets. This is it. You ain't getting crowns for nothing. What do you think you're getting crowns for? Hanging out here with me drinking Hennessy and all that shit? Guys gonna be like, who the hell is this thing? You not get where you going in the kingdom for that? You listen, I ain't mad at you if you say, General, I gotta go, I got work to do. I'm not mad at you, but if you sit there and fall, that shit ain't mine. That ain't my fault. Shit. Business, man. You've been whole thing. You're supposed to wake up with it every morning. To him that his will be done. You're supposed to be doing it knowing that you are not on a mission of your own. That you on a mission to bring this kingdom in. You're supposed to do it knowing you got brothers suffering. You got sisters suffering. You got brothers caught up in the confusion. You got brothers that need you to sit down and grind with them to get them right. You got sisters battling. They got a crib by themselves and kids. Temptations coming left and right. You got to put the work in to help that sister out on your toes. You are a soldier of Christ. You've been called to that position. Stop acting like a bitch. Man the fuck up. Today, you gonna get the crown. This will end. You crown, I'm gonna show it to you. I'm gonna have to do this online. But
Guatemala, 1954. El Salvador, 1981. Panama, 1964. Peru, 1963. Uruguay, 1972.
They went overthrew all those countries since the 40s. And that's why they want Palin to breathe revolution. They don't want you to breathe it. They know what it means for you to wake up and decide you're going to help your people. The world, in their mind, is supposed to be a slave plantation where they gobble up, eat up, suck up, take in everything that they want to their heart's desire, to their wealth's desire, and you do not come against it. But unfortunately, that's not the world we're going into. We're going into a whole nother world. Can I get one more for you?
Come.
Let's get one more. Give me Black Neighbors Were Beautiful.
Come, sir.
Take a look at this video here, y'all. And then I'm going to get one or two more, and then I'm going to give you some solutions that we need to do going forward as a nation and as a people. And I'm going to tell you something. I want to thank y'all for having this town hall with me. Big shout out again to Captain Mauquad. I want to thank you. I'm going to tell you why. The reason I'm thankful that you had this is because I wrangle with the suffering of us every day. Every day I wake up with the thought of us. If it was not for you brothers and the strength that I see in you, I would think we were doomed. You understand? I don't know where he learned it at, but he learned this a long time ago working with me. That's General Muhammad. General Muhammad never lets me see any weakness in it. I don't care what it is. He will never, ever, ever. Sometimes I try to convince him, man, I know you're suffering, man. What's going on? He will never, he died first. You got to take him to the. Can I tell y'all a story? One day, when they was having that COVID, Muhammad got sick. And he said, he in the hospital now. I called him up. Hey, man, I heard you got sick. What's going on, man? You down? You know what's that? He said, oh, nothing, man. I just need to go grab my PAP machine. I said, what? Yeah, I just want to grab that machine, to catch the air. You know what I mean? He said, if y'all can bring it over, I'll be fine. I go down to the goddamn hospital. They like, you can't come in here. We quarantine. I said, ain't this some shit? He refused to let me know no matter what he's going through. And that comes because he's merciful. And he was merciful on the fact that I wrangle every day with the suffer. I'm a fool and a sucker for the suffering of Israel. I got to go talk to other brothers to stop me from being too goddamn soft when it comes to what y'all go through. I'm inundated with it every day. Make no mistake. I'm not commanding General Yahanna by accident. The suffering and the pain of this nation weighs on my shoulders every single day. And without y'all strength, I wouldn't make it. And I don't believe none of us would without each other. So I thank y'all. And I thank all the brothers in it. Q, Shalmar, Kathum, all these captains. Oh, look at these badass captains up on that wall right there. Big Yak, you understand? Yak on that YouTube, man, busting ass. You know what I mean? We get to sleep at night sometime, once in a while. You know what I mean? Captain McCod holding that security now. He's getting a little too mysterious, though. Y'all take him out. Y'all don't let him go too far into the dark side, all right? Take him out. Make him. I told him the other day, I said, man, put your son on your hip, man. Take your son. I made him take his son with him because he go dark on you. He go deep. I ain't keep him out the darkness. You know what I'm saying? Captain Mauquad. Y'all make sure Captain Mauquad don't get consciousness on it. Yeah. You understand? And so many others, man. Let me tell you something, Captain Kapash, man, we inspired by you every goddamn day, every day. Turn on your videos, man. We inspired by you. Captain Nathak, oh man, rocking South Carolina like he is. You understand? I told you, I keep talking about that story. I got out the car, bro. I got down to South Carolina. I just got there. I got out the car. I heard Nathak, bring the things up, bring the box, step up, come to them. I said, well, goddamn, daddy's home. Nathak in there working with the brothers, rocking, doing what he's doing. And we should love this. We should appreciate this. You understand? Captain Yata Sa. Go ahead. Yo, man. You know you going in the record books for going to camp with a Bootsy outfit on. You went to camp out and put Bootsy on them crackers. Them crackers had to submit. They know they've been listening to Funkadelic. You came out there, you done dropped the Funkadelic colors on there. Listen, we love you, boy. Goddamn it. You know, man. Another brother excellent with being a leader and doing what he's doing. You know what I'm saying? Daryala over there, low key as usual, doing what he doing, hitting his cans. You know what I mean? I know I mostly talk about the captains, but officers is in here doing great works too. My man, Captain Katazar was instrumental in helping get Tazaryak up, and many others, and brother held it down in that radio show. We love you for it, goddamn it. And I ain't even mentioning the personal battles you had to go through with people trying to disown you from this. We're not giving up none of ours. Fuck that. I don't care what the conscious community or whoever say. We don't give up ours on they say, which is why we got to hold this truth down. You did amazing work, for many years, man. Both you and Tazaryak teamed up on that show. It was amazing. You know what I mean? And all the rest of you, man, you better come in here and be goddamn great. Don't come up in here and be mediocre. Lahab, the rest of you getting it on Bigo, all of that. You know what I mean? You better shine, Awalam, doing Gary. Napatazar, another badass, getting it on, Captain Napatazar. We got to do this, man. This is a brotherhood of Yahushua. This is a camp of a work that must be done. Are you in again? You out here or you know what I'm saying? Slaki. I'm getting no dog. Come on, say it loud. The Golgotha just went through a hurricane. Tornado tore up the front of the school. Been warring for a long time with that zone. Let's get down. Because our tribes need us. And I'm going to get out y'all way, all right? What you holding? We got more on that. Let me get out the way. Go ahead. Then I'm going to solutions.
To help you pay your bills.
I go to the house and eat one day, come to my house and eat another day. We played together down the street every day. Our parents went to work together.
All the people were never isolated and alone. They were always taken care of. If the kids did something on, let's say, Tiffany Street, Miss Jones on Tiffany Street was calling Miss Mabel on Kelly Street, and they would watch their child. It was very common for the other mothers to spank their kids too. You know, they would beat your kid's ass if they saw their kid doing something wrong. And then you would go home and tell, and you would get another one because that's just the way it was. It was a village.
Give it up for that. That's who we was. See, that's why the scriptures is so amazing, because the scriptures gonna bring you back to who you was. That's who we was. This ain't who we are. That's who we was. But this animal has tried to make us something else. Now let me give you just this last bit, and then I'm going into solutions. All right, real quick. Give me 30 more. I think I got my point across in my line. So let me tell you some stuff. All right. Okay. How many of y'all seen that TV show, internet show, Pop the Balloon? Y'all seen that? Where they talk about the person, pop the balloon, say why they like them, don't like them, and all that. How many of y'all know that that's a CIA operation? That's right. What you're about to find out, I'm going to run this list down, and here's what you're going to find out in this list. Every wretched way in the black community is done by the CIA. The whole degraded spirit that be on people, from the music, from everything, they did it. I'm gonna give you a little bit more, right? And now remember, I never heard of these things till I researched. I never even heard of it. I saw Pop the Balloons before. How many of y'all know about scratch-off tickets? That's right. How much they get you for? I was like 20, 30,000. What they get? They got me for a few G's in there. Scratch-offs. CIA. Set it up, deployed it, robbed you with it. Y'all ready for some more? I know y'all heard, I mentioned this earlier, the Popeyes and Don Julio. I know y'all seen that on the internet. Some of y'all I heard made videos about it. CIA. Push that on you in the black community. This is what they do. And that's why the scriptures is so us. Because the scriptures remind us of the past. We're supposed to be holding on to our history. Even the fact that they have some people out here saying, man, later for that history, that old school stuff. Never let nobody get away with that. You don't throw away our history. The Edomites ain't throwing away theirs. They still talking Amelia Earhart and all them old Edomites from the 1920s. You can't bring up something from the 70s without us believing it's something that we should discard. And that's really because that's what they want. Think now. Think on another level now. You're a soldier for Yahushua, and being a soldier starts with your mind. That's where being a soldier at. You want to learn how to fight and go to war? You can't do it unless you go to war in your mind first. Your fortitude must be anybody that train you in fight. Martial arts, boxing, wrestling, whatever it is, the first thing they're going to tell you is your fortitude of mind has to be solid. Is this what you really want to do? Do you believe you can finish it? Can you carry this out to the end? That's what your coach going to tell you. Then if he see that you committed to that, then he going to test you and train you. And if he see you really ain't for it, he going to drop you. But if he see your heart is in it, which is what Yahushua is requiring of us, then he going to take you all the way through. Question? Then he going to take you all the way through to the battle. Y'all sure y'all want to hear the rest? I think that Don Julio ran a few brothers off. Ain't nothing wrong with drinking Don Julio or having Popeye. But don't have Popeyes with the Don Julio, and don't put the Don Julio on the top of your head, goddammit. Now you done went too far. All right. LeBron James and his line of Hennessy. CIA. Put it out there. Once again, this is to destroy you. And you don't even know it. It's the subtle way that they manipulate your mind to bring you into a world you are really not in. To make you part of a stereotype that they can control you and destroy you with. Go ahead and enjoy Hennessy if you want. Buy his if you like. You don't spend all that money. That's up to you. But do not make that your culture. You a Hebrew Israelite. You a man of God. You was brought here in slavery. That's not your culture. I happen to like Hennessy. They probably propagandized my ass. I'm drinking Hennessy like, oh, it's so good. Probably some shit they put in my head when I was 17. Who the hell knows? But I fight the idea that this Hennessy makes me who I am. Damn that. Every now and then I switch. I drink something else. They act like, yeah, you can't be mixing drinks. You ain't never hear Edomite say that. We take a drink like it's a religion. Like, wait a minute, you serving a different God now. Hold on. You can't drink rum and scotch. Oh, the water for the light, bro. I appreciate it. All right. Y'all want some more? This one hurt my heart when I found this out. BBLs. Salami. I said, well, goddamn. I said, a sister came tighten up her game without it being the CIA involved. CIA. They propagandized it in social media, in the music. That's why all the celebrities have to do it. They have to do it. Even if they don't want to do it, they're forced to do it because that's the way they keep the market going, and that's the way they keep you poor and stupid and in conflict, and that's their best shot at turning you into a whore. You take a sister that got a flat behind and no breasts, and you give her a size D cup and a tail on her that could knock over a freight train. That's what they do. That sister come out on the street and every brother is getting whiplash watching her go by What do you think that does to a otherwise conservative system? That gives her a psychological boost that'll hurt her, that'll destroy her, if not mitigated with the right knowledge. So these sisters getting these BBLs, getting in the club, getting with cats, and being used up. They ain't telling you I got a BBL and I got a wonderful marriage now. No, they on Instagram, answering 10, 15, 20 Instagram texts a week. Going on dates, brothers spending money on them, and entering into the culture of being a whore. We gotta be the ones to hold the gate closed. Government does this because they hate you. Two artists that was brought forth by them, Sexy Red and The Baby. That ain't even a stretch. Now I'm gonna go somewhere you ain't gonna believe I'm going, but I'm gonna go there anyway. How many of you watch Tubi? CIA created to funnel all black TV shows about the most wretched ways that we live onto the platform. And you already know that it's going there right now. Right or wrong? That's on purpose. Like, once again, if you leave us alone as a people, like I always bring out, y'all know, y'all heard me all the time say it, leave us alone as a people, and we will automatically become righteous in a decade. Not a decade, in a generation. But they can't do that. This is being done behind the scenes to get you. Now I'm going to hit you real at home. How many of y'all heard of YNs? CIA created. They created the term and sent it out into the black community. And guess why they did it? They did it so that no matter what young man you encounter, you would have a stereotypical view of who he is, and you would automatically treat him like a semi-criminal. Like, you don't say this is a young man and evaluate in your mind, is he a good young man? Is he a bad young man? Because he's a young man, you're moving into a space where you automatically say, oh, he one of them YNs. He's violent. He flip off in a second. He gonna be about everything negative, drugs, and so he could be a straight A student. He could be an Ivy League school student. But because the CIA made you label YNs, you no longer distinguish them. And so therefore, you increase the pressure on them. They are hated. Welcome to the CIA. That's who's getting ready to take over. There's no such thing as YNs. They're our sons, our babies. You know what I mean? Some of them are messed up horribly more, and I'm going to go on to solutions. All right, y'all? I know I've been saying it. Phew, so many. How many of y'all are familiar with Black & Mild cigars? Got a little Duchess. CIA created in the 70s. All right. I got another good one for you. How many of y'all know about this internet place called the Shade Room? CIA. Shade Room, of course, broadcast everything negative, right? Like, I don't even have to be involved in it. I could already tell you what they got going on simply by what it is that I know the CIA wants. You don't even have to know. Once you get down in your mind, once you take these terms I'm giving you and you get it in your mind, what is common with all of them, you'll begin to see all the ones that's common with them. Everything negative in the black community is being pushed and propagated by CIA. And that don't, when I say black community, I'm talking the Latino community. I'm talking about the West Indian community. They had a hard time with the West Indian community because the West Indian community grew up on that roots and culture, the old Benjamite song, but they cranking it. Now their songs got gang violence And, you know, everything that they want, they're working hard on. All this is to destroy you, and more importantly, to destroy your sons before they have a chance to start to think for themselves or realize that they should listen and follow you. So keep up the good work, because the good work has been working. All right, I'll give you one more. Now, I never heard of this until I researched it. Galaxy gas. What the hell? They say that's some kind of way of getting high. CIA. Your boys. Got a real good one for you. I know y'all heard about trap music. CIA. Let me tell you something else. Y'all heard about them gangs on 63rd and all that? All them groups fighting each other and all that? All of it was the CIA. Them cats don't even know that their gangs was weaponized, promoted in the media, and used to transform young black men and women in the black and Latino community all across this country to become like them. All them King Vaughn and all them, they was all used by the devil. Every last one of them was used by Satan to push this. Go ahead, Op. Now, they was already on the block and already into negativity, but they didn't get used until the government decided to get involved, and then it exploded. And most things that they get involved with explodes because they put so much money into it, because they got a very important goal to make sure that you get caught up into it. The white man is the devil, the Bible speaks of. Damn right. Damn right. I'm sorry, Warrior. Go ahead.
Connor Wakan, sir. So it is a such thing as a industry plant.
Okay. It's okay. You could call it an industry plant, but that's what we call it. You know what I mean? We see this person ain't real, that they got some kind of a persona, but the persona ain't real. And so then we call it an industry plant. But that is actually naive to the real issue, because I don't need an industry plant. I can go like they did with the brothers in Chicago. I can go to the most violent area and see who's got a little studio and is making music, and I can pose as a producer and say, man, I like your music. I think it's hot. Now, this is a real gangster in the real hood, but I'm getting ready to use him for the CIA's purpose. So he ain't even a plant. He real. He don't even know he being used by the CIA. I bring him on in. Here goes, I got $1 million contract for you. Man, your music is hot, man. Get it on. Meanwhile, this cat is just saying what I need him to say from his suffering. So I'm going to take his suffering now and use it to push it all over. I'm going to make him huge so that the whole country, every young boy in the Bronx and LA, they're turning on music and trying to hear that track, is going to hear this cat song. And they hear it enough, they're going to start to like it. So industry plant is really short of the goal. There is an industry plant. There's cats who, like they say, Rick Ross and others, who their persona is not who they really are. But hell, that's every rapper. That was NWA. Fuck the police. These college boys. You know what I'm saying? That's all of them. But sometimes they'll get them real gangsters too. And they won't have to change their persona. They'll still use them for the same reason. Every bit of gangster rap that ever came out on major labels, every bit of it was run by the government. Every bit of it shaped our entire culture to make it violent. Every bit of it. And let me tell you something. What they did with King Vaughn and them's music, brother, they destroyed neighborhoods with that music. Right now, to this day, you got tons of cats all over. Philly, I see it in Philly, New York, Baltimore. So on the West Coast, you got tons of young cats completely mimicking their music. You understand? And once again, the CIA don't fail too often. Because they put enough money. They don't care how much they put in it. If it's their goal, they'll put $500 million into you to get you to be out there enough for people to gravitate, because their mission is propaganda. They could care less if you know, get on top of it. The record labels got so upset. The record labels start saying, man, we don't normally take these cats because these cats usually end up dead in gun violence. The clandestine agency said, put insurance on them. What you bugging us for? We got a mission here. Put insurance on them. And now these rappers come in, they put insurance on them. When they get killed in the street, record label gets paid, $2 million, business as usual, they go get another one. Simple as that. We're living in an extremely evil world, but we're going to win. Why we going to win? The Lord said we're going to win. That's why we're going to win, all right? All right, y'all. I kept y'all a long time. Y'all going to let me hang a little longer? A little bit? You know what I'm saying? Salaki, super kind of y'all, all right? But I'm going to get up off it. Oh, wait, I'm done with I gave you the shade room, trap music, right? Galaxy Gas, I'm off of it. Now, let's talk about solutions, all right? The number one solution that you have to have in this time is to not be afraid. Fear is the weapon of Satan. Bury your fear deep until it is gone. Walk like it doesn't exist until it's gone. Be courageous to fight against it until you can see it no more in yourself. Because you got people's lives that you got to save. So number one thing we got to do is get into them scriptures and get our head together to not be afraid. One of the biggest weapons, listen to me good, and that's why I said sister's going to play a major role in the near future. One of the biggest weapons that we are going to have and to deploy in this near future, and you better start preparing it now, is food. Food. Every household must have food. Wherever we at in the country, food. Start to think like somebody that has no government over, even if you still getting a paycheck from them. Because they're gonna turn them lights off. Let me show you something else first. Can I just show you one small thing first? All right. I think this is on my my phone. Let me show you something, just real quick, so you can understand that this was planned a long time ago to destroy you. This was planned a very long time ago to make sure that you never succeed. Let me ask y'all a question. How many of y'all took business and finances in high school? 3 people. There's a reason for that. The reason for that is you're not supposed to learn how to conduct business. You couldn't run a Chinese restaurant right now. You couldn't. If they send you in there, say, don't worry about learning the language, just run the joint, you would crash and burn. Because the United States made sure that you didn't learn about business to make sure that you wouldn't be independent, that you wouldn't know how to function outside of him. But you're about to function outside of him in a whole nother way. In a whole nother way. I'll give you one more, couple more quick ones. How many of you have heard, well, of course, I know you know about the horrible education, the poverty, right? And all of that. But did you know, actually, let me ask you, why is it that you are not allowed to have farms inside the city limits? Anybody? Same thing I said. Brother in the back against the wall. All the way.
People had farms who would put agribusiness.
Shut off the city and cut you off. You can't be growing animals. You can't have you in there eating protein and benching 350 pounds while they done shut the damn city off. So there's almost every city in this country, there's no farm inside the city. That is also why many of you are terrorized when you go outside the city. It's been that way since the 40s and 50s, probably long before that, really since slavery. It says, oh, it's always been a question mark when you traveled across this country. Why? Because you're supposed to have a healthy fear of leaving the cities. That's why so many black men, and you could ask brothers even in here, ask the average black man, have he been outside his city? He's going to tell you no. Some of them not even outside their neighborhood. That's psychological warfare. I mean, we got planes, we got cars, we got boats, we got all kind of technology. You got the internet to see outside the city. Why wouldn't a man want to go and adventure, or a woman? That's psychological warfare. To keep your mind inside the city. And part of that is restricting you from growing animals. How many of y'all heard about the laws concerning gardening? First of all, before I even go to there, let me ask y'all a question. How come almost every single tree grown in the city does not produce fruit? Give it up. Go ahead. Give it up. Anybody tell me why? Go ahead, Captain Katasa.
They planted mainly male trees so that this way that they wouldn't be able to pollinate properly and grow the fruit.
Y'all hear that? If they didn't do that, you'd have fruit growing all over every tree in your neighborhood. You walk down the street to the store, it'd be 10 trees over it. Fruit be falling off all over the place. You'd be picking it up by the barrel and shipping it wherever. To farms, to poor people, but no fruits growing inside the city. They'll cite all kind of agricultural. The fruit fly creates, an antigen that can give you the H1N1. It's all bullshit. That's how you limit a population. That's how you control a city. That's how you prepare them to starve them. Go ahead, brother in the back.
Yeah, Wakan. I got one. They don't even let you collect rainwater.
I'm coming to the rainwater. You
know
beat me to the gun. When I read that, brother, I couldn't believe it. You telling me the water coming out of the sky, I can't collect it? You cannot, in most cities, you cannot collect rainwater. 2 reasons. One, they don't want you to have water to sustain yourself.
Correct.
2, they don't want you to see the chemicals they putting in the water.
Correct.
Before it comes down, with the cloud seeding and all that, and all the aluminum and garbage they putting up in that water. And a lot of people get mad with me when I come around and tell them, man, I'm telling you, they controlling the weather. Nah, you crazy, you getting old. That's conspiracy theory. Do you know that they discovered weather modification in 1940? How many of you heard of the monsoons in Vietnam? Come on, Q. No. Whatever you was going to say before that, I'll explain that part.
They for sure knew, you understand, that gas was seeding the clouds with their dances. They've been studying to do what Gad was doing for quite some time.
I hear you.
You understand?
They ain't dancing now, though. They pouring aluminum oxide in that mug. Go ahead, but you're right. It's true. Yeah.
With my slavery, I travel all around.
Get the mic if you can. Somebody pass that mic up.
So, like I said, if I could, with my slavery, I travel around all around the Chicago and various Illinois and suburbs. And my GPS kind of got me lost one day. And as it was course correcting, I thought I saw a fire. I saw all this smoke billowing into the air, and I thought it was I'm talking about a gigantic fire, sir. But as I got closer, and I can't find the video on my phone got corrupted. But as I got closer, I noticed it was a manufacturing plant. And the entire plant, sir, it had a gigantic section that was doing nothing but pushing out an artificial cloud into the sky. I saw this with my own eyes, sir.
Yeah, I mean, they they know how to make ozone. The technology that this beast has accomplished is amazing. He'll do stuff that'll make you think he got the power to do magic when it's just years and years and years of being a greedy bastard trying to figure out every nook and cranny of society. In Vietnam, they tried to destroy the Ho Chi Minh Trail by making the cloud come down with monsoons on them. It still didn't work, but they gave it a good try in trying to destroy it. So they controlling a ton of stuff. So my point being this, they did all this on purpose to keep us in cities so that when this time came, they believed that they would be able to destroy us. Now, I want to run through these real quick because I want to get you out of here. Give me Matthew 24:38. Matter of fact, pull all of them up for me, and we're going to run them down one at a time for time's sake. All right, y'all? For time's sake, I'm going to run these down. Oh, I'm sorry, sis. Go ahead.
Yeah, I wanted to talk about the farming and gardening. So in Minnesota, I had 8 chickens, and they told me that I had too many chickens in my yard.
Now,
And then
live
they,
in the city?
from the city, I live in the middle of the city.
See that?
So then I went down to 6 chickens, and then all of a sudden, one night, one of my chickens just disappeared when I know I locked the coop. On top of that, they found a reason for me to have to plow down. Turned my full backyard into a garden, but because we supposedly used to park cars there, the city said that the soil something, yeah. So it was contaminant farm there in my front, and they vines, but they weren't able to find anything wrong with that. But I was also going to say is most of my vegetables came from me buying vegetables in the grocery store and saving seeds. Well, I couldn't grow all the pineapples in the.
See, that's warfare. That's warfare so that you can't stand on your own. Because that sounded like that was a hell of a setup with the chicken growing, but you became an enemy. Because what would happen if they allow her to continue doing that? Somebody tell me. Sister on the corner. Sister.
She would thrive.
She would thrive.
And they would be threatened.
And they would be threatened wise.
They'd be threatened.
These smart children in there. You right. The next door to you gonna say, how can I do that? And then how can I do that? And before you know it, you ain't got.
That's what I did. I helped the 3 houses next to me start their gardens. We went in their yards and I showed them how to build the wood and how to tend to the ground. And so now it's 1, 2, 3, 4 houses that have gardens and chickens. So they had a problem with that. Not only that is all the fruits and vegetables for the apartment building I live in, I grow all of that.
See that? You become a threat. What happens is you become independent like we do. Remember, they got our records. They know. They see what we did in Egypt. Do you know that black people in Egypt invented the chariot? Y'all know that? We invented, look it up. We invented the chariot. The Egyptians didn't even know how to properly ride on a horse. We invented the chariot and they started using it. We invented all of the farming tools, all of the farming apparatus. We invented the plow. That plow that they farm with, we invented that in Egypt. We created all those things for the society to thrive. And that's how they came up. You would do the same right now. You would take vegetables and go all into them and know what was what and pick out the best ones and grow. Your food would be 10 times better than the supermarkets, and it wouldn't be a GMO, and they're not going to have that. They are not willing to have that. Okay? So I'm gonna give you 1 more or 2 more, and then the rest I'm gonna ask you to write down, all right? Give me first. You got the next one?
Call con,
Bear with me, second warrior. Let me just let him get that.
Call con. Scripture, sir.
First Thessalonians 5:3.
Call con. This is the book of 1 Thessalonians, chapter 5 and verse 3. For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them.
When they feel comfortable, When they feel like they've done great in taking over the world, sudden destruction is in their hand. They cannot get out of this. When we watching what looks like the overthrow of us is actually the total decline of the United States of America.
That's right.
This is their decline in an attempt to gain control of the whole country and as many territories as they can in an attempt to steal. But since it's not going to work, what you're really going to be facing is watching the slow decline of this empire on the verge of the threat of nuclear.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 24, and verse 22. And except those days should no flesh be saved.
The Lord is measuring this. He's measuring it. Just like you go back and check on it. It looked like it's done, but not, it ain't brown enough. He's measuring what's going on in this earth. And at some point, he's going to say the other. And that's the end of this empire. Slavery for white people like they never seen.
That's right.
Like they've never, ever seen. People who you had in captivity. You got that one? They shall take them captives who captains they were. I think it's Jeremiah 51.
Call
Running through them now, y'all, so we can wrap up, all right? Go ahead.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 14, and verse said unto the people, fear ye not, stand still.
Stand still. The Most High, don't listen. Stand still. I know it get nervous every now and then, but stand still now, baby. You understand? Stand still. Go ahead.
Of the Lord.
That's what we're going to see. We're going to see the deliverance nation. We're going to see the salvation of the most. We're going to see what the world. Let me explain something to you. This world, us as a people, when you go back and study Egypt, you would understand what I'm about to say to you right now. This world and the society we've lived in has spent hundreds of years in making sure that you do not believe in the Lord. That you look at the Lord. Most people look at the Lord like he's nice. It's a nice thing. It's cool. But they ain't setting their life on it. They ain't doing that. When it comes to their life, they trying to save themselves. But the Lord is about to show you something so that you can put your whole life in the Most High's hand. Read it.
Which he will show to you today, for the Egyptians whom ye have seen today, no more forever.
Boy, give it up for the Lord. Give it up for the Most High. Do for. Oh, slug. Can you still get me? Y'all getting me? 1, 2, 3, 4. Is my mic on? Okay, I thought I shut it off. All right, let's get on. Let's get on up out of here. Jeremiah 51 and 8 and 9. Then we go on to World War III, a couple in there, and we wrapping it up. The water y'all for being patient, hanging in there. The water for Captain Mao Quad hosting us, keeping the room cool all the time. Let's get it on in, man. What you need? You want? Where am I going?
I was going to ask, could I bring up a comment that one of the brothers put on there?
Throw me that comment.
So like the water, sir.
No sweat.
Because I thought it was actually an interesting comment when you was talking about the farming.
Okay.
Just a second ago. But he brought up a heavy point about the brother who's making gasoline out of plastic.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And how big of a thing that is. And just like we can't, grow fruit in the city, they ain't gonna let a black man make fuel out of, you know what I'm saying, plastic or whatever.
And I just want to say one thing. Be careful with that. Because it's probably the CIA. Everybody running around, we make our own gasoline with the plastic. Before you know it, every Negro will have plastic bottles piled up to the top of his house in his backyard, sitting up there trying to grind it away. This nigga selling you a machine for $2,000 a pop. You ain't seen a cup of gasoline yet. You know what I mean? Like, I would be very skeptical. Why do I say that? The white man's a thief. You think you're going to create a machine that makes gasoline out of plastic bottles? He ain't going to steal it, patent it, murder you, and sell it across the world? let me see a couple of attempted assassinations. I might begin to consider it. But other than that, just be careful. You know what I mean? It could be all true. It could very well be all true. But more than likely, we'll find out, that this is something they did once again to give that's for all the conspiracy preppers in the black community. That's for you. That's for you to be, yeah, man, we can make our own gasoline. We just get the machine. That's to get you hooked. And then you find out none of that nonsense works. Here's what works. This is the most important weapon of all. You've all been trained in it. The most important weapon of all is seek not your gain, but seek the gain of thy brother. That's right. Our greatest weapon is that we care for one another. The brotherhood is that weapon. We use that weapon above all weapons, and we are in a safe place. The minute we don't use that weapon above all weapons, we are not in a safe place. It wasn't me being soft, trying to teach you about brotherhood. I wasn't being soft. I'll go hardcore just like the next man. But I knew the weapon that you needed that Christ gave us. Right. And you must deploy that weapon, or I guarantee you will fail. Right. You certainly will not get the Lord on your side if you do not deploy that weapon. And that weapon in hard times is not always that easy to deploy. But you've been trained in it, brother. You've been trained in it like a ninja. You've been trained in it onto automatic. You trained to break off half of your sandwich and give it to another brother. You trained to split the last drink with another brother. You trained to give him the seat before yourself. You trained in it. You understand? Oh, you didn't think I was trained. Oh, that's just old Yahanna, I was training you to be a goddamn warrior for the Most High. Whether you knew it or not. I was walking you to that gate because the masses are about to be your responsibility. And every life that you deliver in the name of Yahweh Shai puts a crown on your head and us all in the kingdom of heaven. That's right. And that's where we want to be. You got it for me?
Call with car.
Hit me.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 51 and verse 8. Babylon is suddenly falling and destroyed.
And destroyed. It's coming. Prophesied thousands of years ago. Because you're going to have to go to crypto eventually. Because they go into crypto. So you're going to have to go to crypto. But we're going to invest in this as well. Right. We're going to make sure we got some stock. We're going to make sure our portfolio is properly spread to all quarters as needed. You know what I'm saying? Which means these scriptures. Give me some more, warrior.
Call with car. How far?
That's right.
Take palm for her pain. If so, be she may be healed.
Right. If so, she might be healed. What? Go ahead.
Call with car, verse 9. We would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed.
They would have healed her if they could. You would have healed her if you could. Brothers be talking destruction. Yeah, man, destruction. They see destruction. They trying to save America. Even Farrakhan. Did you hear Farrakhan? Farrakhan trying to show America how not to get destroyed. I turned it on. I said, what's this? What's this minstrel show here? What's this mess? Brother, the greatest gift the Lord could ever give you is to watch this place fall. I wanted to take off some of y'all videos when the hurricane came and the white kids in the camp got killed. I said they're going too far. Y'all laughing and acting a fool. White kids falling off the mountain and shit. I said they done got too insensitive. What is wrong? I said these babies dying. They laughing and playing. I said I went too far. I went too far. They done got cold and callous. But we getting there. We getting there. That was it on it. You got more.
Got more, sir.
Come on with it.
Come, forsake her, and let us go, everyone, into his own country.
And we got a country too. Think for one moment we don't have a country. Let every man go to his own country. And guess what? We'll go to ours. The 12 tribes of the children of Israel, the nation of Israel, must feed the people. That's our weapon. Brotherhood must not be stopped. And we must prefer our nation. That's your blueprint. For whatever goes.
A little bit more, sir.
Read.
Khan, for her judgment reacheth unto heaven and is lifted up even to the skies.
Now make no mistake, while they doing all this evil, just dragging us off the street, the propaganda's been going on for years, overthrowing all our Central and South American governments. Let me tell you something you don't know. Several South American countries and our country, we got black communities down here. You could get citizenship, blah, 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 blah. Now, because of Trump, the Latino tribes are warming up to their brothers. They're warming up to us. And that ain't nothing but an opportunity to teach more. To get into more country. You know what I'm saying? Some of y'all already came back to me, man. We thinking about teaching here and teaching there. Don't neglect here. But let's add that to it. Let's make our people able to move wherever they want to move in this country to do the work of the Lord. You understand? You should be able to hop the Caribbean, hop back, hop here, there, see camps, all that. Of course, in our order. Getting permission, talking to who got, you know, the way you know how we do. And brother, we're going to spread. Gain our Latino brothers and sisters and make them part of this body. So they warming up while they getting cold to us, they warming up to us. Right. Which is exactly what the Lord wants. You got more out?
Law, sir, that's on that verse, sir.
That was it on that verse?
Go.
I got one more. Let me see. Get y'all up out of here. Let me see. Okay. Give me Obadiah 1 and 4, Isaiah 14:21, and we are done.
Call, sir. This is the book of Obadiah, chapter 1 and verse 4. Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle.
This man have exalted himself. Listen, believe in the Lord's prophecy over the bullshit he's saying. Right. He exalted himself as the eagle. He did it. He done went up in all power and authority. So what? Here's what the Lord got to say about it. Go ahead.
Khan. And though thy set thy nest among the stars, thence will I bring thee down.
Now is the time, brother. Now is the time to hold this line and watch it happen. Watch the Lord's judgment happen. Believe that Donald Trump and America is so great and omnipotent that everybody should be afraid. You know how many times we done died in this work and came back? You know how many across this entire world? You understand? Brothers and sisters, man, take to prayer to the Most High and ask the Most High to bring his vengeance down on this empire. And let us all be strong for the Most High. Thanks for coming out. I appreciate you. Let me have your time. Thank you. Yes, that's all. That's what I came.
Because the problem with the argument, you know, the standard that's all is if two artists not dance, I'll clash. Yeah. And if you have song